All right, so I'm gonna give you the rundown from President's Day. All right, or on President's Day, American markets were closed, but Goldman Sachs is up a year end, and the S&P 500 target is targeting 5,200 points. Big tech must do most of the heavy lifting as Nvidia prepares to post results. Three European chip names are poised for gains. China stock marketplace catch up after data shows biggest travel surge since COVID. Gold miner Polymetal uh, looks to sell Russian operations for 3.69 billion. Right, and Nintendo is delaying the Switch for 2025. European regulators reportedly will fine Apple more than $500 million in an antitrust probe. There's a 7% mortgage rate, and no fear for the economic rates will drop in 2024 later on. Credit cards from smaller banks charge lower interest rates. Closures and layoffs loom in a tough time for retailers, investors. Better hope for the blast from the past doesn't emerge this week. But telecom competition is ramping up in Canada. Bad vibes about the economy can be protective. General Catalyst CEO says that we need international guardrails on AI. Biden is probably going to ease strict EV requirements. Wall Street giants like JP Morgan are pulling away from some climate initiatives. Google's new Gemini 1.5 retools as AI into one advanced model. A German fintech startup raised $6 million in funding from Valor Ventures. And the U.S. Army could run out of funds for Europe and Africa without Ukraine aid. A big pullback could hit Nvidia stocks after earnings. And Gen Z is under pressure because the technology killed work-life balance. Immigration helped fix the U.S. labor shortage. Elon Musk was offered an OpenAI shares but didn't accept. And hackers are targeting Walmart driver accounts. And rolled into the next day, where the Dow futures started negative. WTI went negative. Brent crude went negative. Natural gas went positive. The S&P was negative. The Nasdaq was negative. Gold was positive. Silver and copper went negative. Bitcoin went over 52,000. The euro and the yen and the pound were positive. The 2 year and the 10 year and the 30 year was negative. Walmart beats expectations and revenue estimates. Vizio acquirement by Walmart for $2.3 billion. Home Depot beats estimates and revenue beats expectations and revenue estimates. Capital One to buy Discover for $35.3 billion in all stock deals. 60% for Capital One, 40% for Discover. China America largest cut away from each other. Barclays announced costs. Nintendo falls on reports of the Nintendo Switch delays. $1.5 billion to produce chips for auto and defense and Fed spending. Truist is selling insurance brokers unit at $15.5 billion with the valuation of private equity firms. Top strategist warns job psychology on Wall Street is fueling the stock not meltdown. Oil prices edge lower as traders monitor Middle East tensions. Home Depot stocks drop after same store sales miss. Treasury yields ease off amid China growth concerns, and Barclays vows to cut £2 billion and return £10 billion to shareholders. Global foundries received $1.5 billion to make chips. Automakers are sweetening up the deals. Excuse me. The average new car price is down and inventory is up. The DAX in Germany is down. The FTSE 100 UK is up. CAC around France is up. And Coro's activist strategy targeting Norfolk Southern. Adobe CEO on AI competition says it will help grow business. Marketing campaign majors are they were looking for a win this week. Treasury lowered guided prices at its highest since in crude prices, its highest since November. GE stock snap an 8-day win streak. Home Depot doesn't see a hockey stick recovery for the housing market. Labor coalition accuses Starbucks of a flawed union strategy. The Magnificent Seven profits now exceed almost every country in the world. Excuse me. Next day, Wednesday, the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all started lower. The 30-year fix was at 7.11. The gold, silver was down. Copper was up. 10-year was up. 2-year was up. 3-year was up. The euro and the pound was down, and the yen was up. Major cryptos were down. The FTSE 100 was down. The DAX Germany was up. CAC France was up. WTI, Brent crude, natural gas was up. Russell 2000 was down. The VIX was up. Dow Transports was up. The dollar was up. And positioning for recession, Nvidia's $3 billion difference between sell side and the buy side. Solar Edge falls on weak guidance. Palo Alto cuts on chip estimates. 7% mortgage is making a comeback. The Biden administration forgetting $1.2 billion in student loan debt. The U.S. poised to spend billions to replace cargo cranes. America and Amazon is joined the Dow Jones Industrial Average, reflecting the evolving nature of the American economy. Apple rolls out iMessage upgrade to withstand decryption by quantum competitors. Disney's top Asian exec on Bob Iger's streaming pivot and the gold rush for Korean content. Disney strikes a deal for Sony to take it over as DVD Blu-ray disc business. General Electric, GE, Verova unveils grid data management software to unlock smart, more resilient energy network. Magnificent Seven tech stock looks like the nifty 50s that crashed in the 70s, said Rosenberg. Excuse me. Stock market crash in China. Rescue plan bans selling at open and close. High income shoppers seem to be becoming increasingly loyal to Walmart. 3 of China's 4 biggest banks now stop taking payments from sanctioned Russian banks. Netflix and corporate stock outperformed competitors despite losses on the day. The U.S. oil prices at the end of the 2-week low as Fed officials pushed back on rate cuts. And the next day, which was Thursday, the dollar started lower. Euro was up. Bitcoin was up. Brent crude was up. WTI was up. Natural gas was down. The Dow crossed 39,000. Nasdaq was up. Dow Like I said, the Dow was up. The Russell 2000 was up. Dow Transport was up. 2 years up. 10 years up. 30 years low. Um, U.S. economy is strongest in the world. The 30-year fix is up. The 15-year jumbo was up. The S&P and the Nasdaq seen highs. S&P heads for the best day in the year. S&P and the Dow head for record highs. Nvidia powers broader market. The tech sector up more than 4%. Utilities are only laggard. Tech heads heads for the best day since May. Semi stock boost. Reddit filed an IPO and released its S1. Reddit as a content library. Crypto exchange FTX is sell shares in AI startup Anthropic. Excuse me. And as it went on, the gold dropped, silver dropped, the VIX dropped. Berkshire paid $2.6 billion for the Haslam family's remaining 20% pilot stake. Alcoa offered $2.2 billion in the takeover bid for Australia's alumina. Nvidia is a stock standing alone. Berkshire Hathaway's Incorporated Class B stock outperformed competitors on a strong trading day. Nvidia came closer to $2 trillion valuation. Microsoft and Anheuser-Busch stock outperformed competitors despite losses on the day. Same with Alphabet Class A stock. Apple Incorporated stock underperformed. Tesla stock fails in an underperformance in the market. Amazon also outperforms its competitors on a strong day. There's no landing scenario, and a strong stock market raises risk as a bond sell-off. The 10-year and the 30-year Treasury yields are lowest levels in a week. GameStop Class A stock outperforms on a strong day, and on Friday, overemployed workers tend to be millennial males earning six figures. Bumble CEOs hire Slack talent for leadership team. Economists sees the lowest probability of a downturn since 2022. Stocks in tech rally cools after S&P hits 5,100. Larry Page back flying car company Pivotal announces layoffs. We landed on the moon. And analysis says AI is having a 1995 moment. Meta's ad manager glitch caused ad prices to soar. More Americans are taking Ozempic will boost U.S. economy with growth outlook. Google co-founder faces a lawsuit over a plane crash. Mercedes-Benz ditches plan to sell only EVs by 2030. The Magnificent Seven tech stocks are dangerously dominant with 30% of the stock market. The Church of Mormon has a $51 billion portfolio. Bill and Melinda Gates has a $42 billion portfolio. Stock rallies is broadening out from the Magnificent Seven. The U.S. household love affair with stocks is stronger than ever. China's Xi Jinping is planning to crush Elon Musk's Tesla with BYD. Man WFH made $1.8 million on BP shares after eavesdropping wife's business calls. Kellogg CEO says cash-strapped family should eat cereal for dinner. 3 Waltons are now worth a combined $224 billion after Walmart stock surge. Excuse me. Warren Buffett calls out the stock market gamblers. Jamie Dimon sells off 150 million in JP Morgan shares in the first ever sale. The Magnificent Seven era is over. Consumers are tired of inflation, and however, retailers fear falling prices. All right, job cuts are sending a chill through the world of remote work, and Apple faces a UK investor revolt over rogue AI threat, and Ryanair warns of higher summer fares because of the shortage of planes. Well, that was a week, and we start another one. Have a wonderful Sunday night, and the future looks bright for tomorrow.